New information about the person found dead inside of this car found at the bottom of a pond in Polk County.
He says they found her. We're heading to his location now. We're gonna pack up and head over there. So where are we looking at? Where is she at?
Right here.
So she did a straight shot from this road right into the water? Is that what you're thinking?
We don't know what happened.
I just wonder what was going through her mind at that moment when she knew that she wasn't gonna make it.
Okay, we are at the first location that we're gonna be searching today, and this is a really good spot. This pond is right off the road. There's multiple ways they could have crashed into this water, and it's deep. Jared just happened to mention 15 feet on the boat. Definitely deep enough for a car, and they're gonna have answers really quick, so let's just, let's be a fly on the wall and watch him while they're in the water.
He's got a target?
I don't know, he always gets me excited. He starts flipping circles like, oh, he saw something. Yeah. All right, so you're out in the water, thought you found something. Looks like it's clear?
Yes, there were two things that we potentially could have identified as a vehicle. The first one was kind of 3/4 of the way down. Once we went back over it, we were able to identify that it was nothing more than a log, about 18 inches tall. The second object was right off the end of where her road would have been to come out of the subdivision. With that one, it was between 6.5, 8.5 feet in length, but it was only 2 feet tall. Not knowing how the environment is around here with how much silt and sediment settle in, we wanted to make sure that we went over it multiple times at different angles to pretty much scratch it off that it was not our target. We also put a magnet on it, and once we put the magnet on it, we could identify that it was pretty much more of a boat is what it was.
All right, on to the next location.
Yep, we'll identify what that is, and like I said, I think we're gonna head up towards the Southgate Publix. There's a lake up there, so let's head up there and start at that boat ramp.
Okay. Also, luckily we're leaving right now because a local lady that lives on this pond or lake, she came out yelling at us. She don't want us out here. Luckily we explained to her what's going on. She was cool, but the police were called on us. But we'll leave right now, and no big deal. But anyway, let's head over to the second location, see what we can find. Okay, we just got to the second location. This lake is pretty big, looking pretty shallow though, at least on the sides. I'm hesitant on thinking that there's a car in here, but it's possible. I mean, maybe it drops off, maybe it floated out. It's worth a shot. We're here, we might as well look, see what it looks like. And if not, we'll move on to the next. Here's a closer shot of the lake that we're at right now. Like I said, it's really big, but if you look down here really close, it's pretty shallow, but it looks like it may drop off enough to hide a car out there. And there's the boat ramp. You could hit that thing, car could be right there. You never know. But we're gonna figure it out one way or another. All right, so we just got done with this giant lake behind me here. Nothing out here, but Jared just called me, said they found themselves a vehicle in one of these lakes. So we're gonna go meet up with him real quick, and they're gonna dive it and see what we can figure out about that vehicle. All right, Jared, give me a recap. What you guys find?
Recap, we were hoping to find something that was boxy in the shape of a 2012 Kia Soul. However, we did not. I have what I believe is on the first buoy over there. Is a single cab pickup truck on its wheels, is my thought. The second one over here, I believe, is also a pickup truck on its wheels. I believe it's a 4-door pickup truck.
Cool.
Until we actually put Doug in the water and put him on it, we won't know for sure, but we'll know soon enough.
All right, Doug, are you nervous?
Nope.
No, not worried about the big lizards?
Nope.
What's your air?
We have a purpose. We have a purpose, and if I'm scared of gators or moccasins or anything like that, I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing.
Right where I'm standing, dude, straight shot, there's the truck. This would actually be an easy pull. They could go straight through here, hook up, and pull it right up this hill. We got Polk County Sheriff. We had to deal with these guys earlier this morning, and they're really nice. So I don't see why this will be any different. It's probably the same girl. So essentially what's going on down there is Doug and Jared are explaining where the cars are at, what they figured out about the cars, their process, and pretty much going to leave the ball in her court, and she'll hit her supervisor up, and then we're going to have to go from there. Alright, so the supervisor's on the scene now. We're gonna figure out a plan, see if we're gonna pull these cars out or not.
That's the most tedious part, is just putting the chains on.
We've wrapped for the day. We got 2 vehicles in the lake. We didn't find Margaret, but we have new information that she could be up north now. So tomorrow's a better day, maybe?
Absolutely. Where we started the day with the information we had, we did the best that we could. However, all of this is unfolding the way it should. Polk County came out, their investigators have led us in the right direction. So where we started this day thinking her last known whereabouts was Publix, where she was caught on security footage, and that's where she left her wallet, it's not the case. She then left there and was in a vehicle accident way up to the north, 20 minutes away, and that was her last known whereabouts. So there's a lot of very, very good locations right in that area. And if you ask me, I think tomorrow we're gonna be starting in an area that was twice as better today. You know, we did what we did. We did what we did with what we had to go on. Tomorrow, completely different story.
What did the dive master say about these cars? Are they gonna get them out anytime soon?
Oh, absolutely. So these vehicles, because I was able to determine that they've been in there 10, 15 plus years, it's not an emergency. However, they are taking it very seriously. We're gonna leave our buoys on for them overnight. In the morning, they're gonna come back. They're gonna switch out their buoy. They're gonna put a boat in. They're gonna switch out our buoys with theirs, and they're gonna leave markers on these 2 vehicles, and they're gonna have a huge training day to pull these vehicles out. They're gonna have a tow truck in here. So these vehicles are coming out.
Okay, sounds good. Have a good day tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay, we are already on scene at the first location. We're at Mud Lake in Polk City, just a little bit outside of town from Lakeland. And Jared and his crew, they're already putting the boat and the sonar in the water. They're gonna scan this place really quick. If she's not here, chances are we're gonna split up and go cover more ground. But let's go be a fly on the wall again and watch Jared and do the sonar, see if he finds anything. All right, so that was quick, Jared. Shallow?
Yeah, very shallow. The only deep spot we have was 6 feet, just right off,
Yeah.
10, 15 feet. The rest of it, then it went straight back up to 3.5 feet.
All right.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull up the map of some boat ramps here, and then we'll discuss what the best locations are.
Alrighty. So just like that, we are on to the next location. We're gonna be splitting up, cover some more ground. Me, Britton, and Adam are gonna go to a couple boat ramps, and they're gonna go to a couple boat ramps. We're gonna cover a lot of ground today. Hopefully we find her. Let's get in the van, let's head over to the next location. On location already at the second spot. Very quiet here. Here is the problem with this spot that I see. It is a heavily regulated park. A lot of maintenance, gated. So the chances of her being here are very slim, but who's to say they didn't leave the gate open that night? Who's to say she found a different way in? Who's to say there's not another car in here? Has nothing to do with Margaret's case, but it could be another missing person case. Might have been here 15, 20 years, you just don't know. So we're gonna look anyways. We already got Britton and Adam in their boat. They're gonna do some sonar. I'm gonna watch from the shore, see what they find. This, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm really hoping there's not a car out here for the main fact. Come look at this with me. The water is so thick with algae and moss and whatever you call it here in Florida, but check it out. What do you call this stuff? Algae? Moss?
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Well, it looks rough.
Like
I mean, look at my boots. You can't, I mean, there's zero visibility and then there's this. This is like when you over milk, when you overuse the quick strawberry milk stuff.
It's that
It's
like
that
the consistency
yeah.
is like perfect. It's like literally.
It's like oil, motor oil thickness. It's pretty nasty.
I've really never seen this. I've never seen it this.
Well, you know what?
I think it clears up out in the current.
If there is a gator, you won't see him.
You won't see him. You'll
Nope.
feel him.
You'll just feel a little nibble.
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
What? How deep? Huh?
4 feet.
That's not good.
6 feet. 6 now.
All right, so we just got a text from Jared. He's on a different location. He says they found her. We're heading to his location now. We're gonna pack up and head over there, see what they found. The day just got super exciting, so let's pack up and head over there right now. Apparently the location that we're heading to right now, it's not, I don't know, it's like a man-made body of water. The Google map shows it's just one of those, like, it's like a runoff place that they make at construction sites to keep the site from flooding, maybe? I don't know. The water looks really turquoise almost, but we're 11 minutes away. We're gonna speed on down the road and get there, and we'll see what Jared and Doug got to say about the situation. This is straight up the oddest location to find her. This makes no sense. It's a new neighborhood. Well, I can't wait to hear the theories on how she got back here. It makes zero sense. All right, Doug. I know you've seen we got the word. Debrief. What you got?
Okay, so, you know, the Gibson Lake where we were going to, which was the closest body of water, biggest body of water, didn't pan out. You know, it was too shallow. And, you know, as a last ditch effort, you know, Jared just went into the map and just went over any little thing possible in the area, and we're a quarter mile from where she was in her last accident, last known whereabouts, and this community wasn't even here.
So 9 months ago, this was just barren.
These houses back here were finished in August. She disappeared in April.
Jeez. So where are we looking at? Where is she at?
Right here.
So she did a straight shot from this road right into the water? Is that what you're thinking?
We don't know what happened. This nothing makes sense with this.
Yeah, this is a very weird spot. How deep was it? You said you could stand on the car?
Yeah, it's the car is 18 inches underwater.
Holy smokes.
But because it is green, light green, it's gonna blend in with that.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So man, you were the big diver today, huh?
Yeah, I mean they called me off the bench and
man, you got to show your skills and everything. So what? It's like 18 inches underwater. As I said, like you could just stand on the car.
Yeah, like up to your knee.
Wow.
Super tiny little car. Tiny.
Yeah, it's hard to. I mean, Kia Souls are very unique, so you can't like. It could be a Jeep. No. I was like, it's. You spot a Kia, you know it's a Kia.
Yeah.
So man, all right. Well, I guess the cops are coming.
It's sitting on its wheels.
Which way is it facing?
It's like it's brand new still. Like it's not, decayed, or what do you call it? Eroded.
Yeah.
Anything. It's literally where the buoy is. Its butt is that way, and its front is that way.
Wow.
Sideways. So like that. I guess you would think it would be like that, but it's like that.
That is wild that you guys just randomly like, let's go check that spot. This is like not a spot that you'd expect.
It was almost an accident because we came down that dirt road and we're like, let's see where we're going. Like you were following us, like where the heck are we going?
Yeah, I was like, this is
not the spot I would have thought we'd find her.
There's no water around here, and then we just kept driving, and then it was like, look at this little pond. Like, why are we here?
I know, right? Okay, so the police have been called. They are on their way. Same county, same cost we dealt with yesterday, so that's really cool. And then, the process begins. They're going to bring in their dive team. They're going to bring in a tow truck. They're going to pull this thing out of the water. I'm so glad that it's going down this way. 2 days of searching and we found her. So let's just wait and see when the cops show up and then see what the process is going to be. And it sounds like they're roaring in here. Is that the lieutenant?
I'm not sure.
Oh, we never met this guy before. Polk County's underwater search and recovery team is here on scene. They are rolling in with the thunder. It's really impressive. Yeah, we're just gonna have to keep watching on this. This is cool. I need one of those. All right, fellas. What do you think's going on right now?
Right now, they're going through their formalities of going over their dive equipment, and they're also trying to time their dive with when the wrecker is going to be here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the dive commander's been in communication with the wrecker. The wrecker says 2 hours. They know to kind of put them on. They have to do two things. They have to first do an initial dive to do an assessment, identification, and then they're gonna hopefully be aware on that dive to check for how they're gonna recover it.
Okay, so the dive team has just gotten in the water. What they're going to do now is they got 2 divers in the water, and 1 diver will stay on the shoreline and as a backup diver in case something goes wrong with the primary diver. Primary diver is going to swim out to the vehicle, dive on it, assess the situation, pretty much see if he can get any more answers that we may have missed, and then at the same time figure out how they're going to rig this car up and pull it out of the water. They also have underwater communications that a guy on top is talking to the guys, which is really cool. I wish I had some of this stuff. But essentially he can talk to the diver underwater, and that's how they communicate, so you don't have to worry about the diver coming up and down and writing notes or whatever else they do to communicate. But it's really cool stuff. But that's where we're at right now. Once the divers come out of the water, they're going to get a plan to get this vehicle out of the water, and I'm sure a tow truck is already on its way, but we'll wait and see about that. All right, so the diver's coming out of the water now. You know, he's done what he's supposed to do. Probably got the evidence. Maybe took the tag off the car, who knows. But we'll see what happens. Tow truck is on scene. They're getting set up right now. Pretty cut and dry. They're gonna drag the cables down, they're gonna hook up the car, they're gonna pull it out.
That's a movie quote.
There's an antenna. Oh, they hooked on the rear.
Didn't the guy that drove it say there was no trunk? Or he was feeling that it was a hatchback?
Oh, yeah, it's a Kia Soul. Okay. So it's kind of a unique shape. Tag number. Okay, they got the car out of the water and up on the top. Cops are doing a really good job of keeping this area secure so no inappropriate pictures get out. So that's cool. It's not like we'd show anything anyways, but even still, they're doing their job, they're doing it right. So let's keep watching. They're probably gonna load the truck or the car up on a flatbed and haul it off. Margaret Shupe Smith going home.
And she has an accent?
Well, there you have it. We found Margaret. She gets to go home. She's not stuck in this pond anymore. Tragically, obviously, she has passed away, but either way, this is bittersweet. We came here to look for her. We found her, and now she gets a proper burial. All of her family has answers. This was only a 9-month-old case. This is very fresh in the hearts of the family. So I'm sure they're heartbroken. I'm sure they're happy that at least they have answers now. Maybe they'll never get closure because still, as of the making of this video, we have no idea why she's in there. You know, we're hearing lots of things, lots of rumors. We don't like rumors, so we will keep that. We'll just put that on the shelf until we know for a fact what's going on, and then once we have answers, we'll pass them on to you guys, the viewers, so you guys know too. But this story in particular is going to hit the news. If you haven't seen this video already online on the news stories, you will. Google search, you'll find it. You'll see us running around. But either way, I guess it's onward to the next case. We did our job. We did what we're supposed to do. I feel great that we found her. I feel sad that this is the outcome, which tragically, this is usually the outcome. But even still, it's one of those whirlwind feelings. You know, I can't really explain it. But I'm glad I got to share it with you guys. Make sure you check everybody else's channel out. They're all going to have a video on this story in their own perspective. But make sure you subscribe. Until we meet again, my name is Jeremy, and I will see you guys on the next video.